Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm super excited to see you all here, and I promise that today you will learn lots of new and useful information about the trading. So stick till the end of this video. Today we will speak about currency pairs and how they interact with each other, and this fact is also known as currency correlation. In the description to this video you will find 2 links to my Telegram channels, and if you send me a message on my private Telegram account, I will give you 50% deposit bonus and pocket option. So without any further ado, let's get started. Right now, I'm checking out the Euro versus Canadian dollar chart. My time frame is set to 1 minute, and that's precisely how long I've set my expiration to. I've got these 2 lines marked out. These are what we call resistance and support levels. This is important stuff to crunch when you are doing fundamental analysis, and this is something that I use all the time in my trading videos. You can probably also see these 2 indicators I've got on. Those are Williams and Arun, and these are trend indicators. They pretty much show where the trend is headed and can even give you an idea of its future direction. In this pair, Williams is showing short-term market jitters, while Arun is in the charge of the longer view. With Arun, the blue line is all about bullish trend strength, and the red one is about the bearish trend. Right now, as you can see guys, blue is the boss here. At the same time, Williams is stepping out of the oversold zone, and the chart itself is raring to bounce off that resistance line. So all signs are pointing to me opening a deal for a rise. Okay, now let's dive into the main topic of our chat today and take a look at how currency pairs tend to interact with each other in trading. You've probably noticed that when one currency pair starts climbing, the other goes the opposite way, or sometimes they move in sync, so they move together. When one goes down, the other follows suit. And that's what currency pair correlation actually looks like, and the traders often use this in their strategy. Correlation just shows how 2 assets move with respect to each other, so how they interact actually. Currency correlation is no different. Pairs can move in the same direction, different directions, or not interact at all. Meanwhile, folks, our deal's expiration time is just about up. And $940 goes back into my deposit, making a net profit of $440. Not too shabby, but let's keep going. In binary options, we are not just trading individual currencies, we are playing with currency pairs. Each half of the pair directly influences the other. That's why correlation can be a real game changer, and it can be your even secret weapon. If you are looking to successfully trade on 2 currency pairs at once, knowing their correlation can definitely give you a leg up. Currency correlation works off what's known as the correlation coefficient, which falls somewhere between -1 and +1. A perfect positive correlation works off a coefficient of +1. This means that 2 currency pairs move in the same direction 100% of the time. A perfect negative correlation happens when the coefficient is -1. In this case, the currency pairs are moving apart. They go to different directions. If the correlation equals 0, then there is no correlation at all. It's a complete wash, and the pairs have no connection whatsoever. Check out this chart, guys. I always stress the importance of levels. We just broke through a resistance level, but I held off on making a move because at the time my Williams and Arun indicators were showing kind of mixed signals, and at this point entering the trade feels too late or too risky. So the chart's next move is anyone's guess, and it looks like a downturn should continue, but the real situation could be just a price adjustment just around the corner. So don't think that I need to do that. If you want to figure out the correlation between currency pairs, you won't be finding that info on the quad chart, unfortunately, but a quick internet search should lead you to resources equipped with such tools. Most of the time, all comparisons are made against the most commonly traded currency pairs like the euro and dollar. You could also hit my Telegram channel. You will find the link in the description because I frequently drop insights like this there, and I also share daily signals. Right now, I'm going to open the trade betting on an increase. just like that. Let me break it down for you. First of all, you can see that the chart has bounced back inside the resistance zone. Traders were quick to buy into this dip, a sign that the trend to maintain the price corridor is really high. Our indicators are telling us the same story, because Williams has left the oversold zone and the Arun red line has also bent towards a decrease. So my friends, if you're juggling several currency pairs at the same time, you've got to be aware it's a bit of high stakes game. Sometimes traders scatter their investments across a bunch of pairs, hoping to cushion the blow, but they tend to overlook the whole positive correlation thing, and this kicks in when pairs are moving together in sync. If you are placing bets on two pairs, you're basically doubling down on your position. Something to bear in mind, the risks jump as well. So if your prediction is off, you end up losing. As for me though, I'm playing without slip-ups and my trade just closed with an extra $425 in the bank. Congratulations to me. Rolling along, let's dig into a scenario where two pairs are marching to the same beat. Let's say you've placed bets on an uptick. The price drops and boom, you've landed with a dandy hammy. In terms of correlation, it's pointless going long on one instrument and short on another, because even if your forecast is on the money, one of them is bound to let you down, seeing that a winning binary option is not going to rush off. Remember, the payouts are never going to hit 100% because it's a fact we have to keep in mind. And there is also the varying levels of volatility for different currency pairs. For example, one might soar up 200 points and another might only climb by 180. This is something you've got to have in mind when diving into trading. You gotta be very, very cautious with it, folks. Now let's flip the script and look at the opposite end. For instance, when everything is reversed. When there's a deep negative correlation hitting the extreme value of -1. Such currency pairs behave like two magnets with opposite poles, constantly pushing each other away. If you're opening counter trades on two pairs with a negative correlation, it's pretty much like doing two identical trades on pairs with a positive correlation. On one side, you're doubling up on your position, or on the flip side, you're doubling up your risk. Right now, the chart seems a bit all over the place, so I'm just sitting tight, waiting for the perfect moment to dive into this trade. The smartest move in this situation, no doubt, would be to stick with just one pair. So keep your hands off the opposing pair trades, because you can lose your shirt real quick. So what's the deal with correlation, and can this be good for trading? Coming back to our main topic of the video. I will unpack this question a bit later, because remember, we are playing the trading game here. I just went long because just like the last time, my indicators are hinting at some growth. Meanwhile, the chart couldn't bridge the new resistance level. It got knocked back a couple of times, which kind of hints at a potential rise in this quote. Let's circle back to our big question. So how can we use correlation in trading? First and foremost, guys, it's like a risk reducer. So if you're into launching simultaneous trades on different pairs, getting the hang of correlation can help you dodge the pitfalls that I mentioned earlier today in this video. The ones where you are ramping up your risks when the pairs stroll in the same direction. If you are throwing bids in different directions without realizing the pair has an inverse correlation, that's doubling your peril. You could be doubling your gains by finding the right correlations, but you could also be doubling your losses. Don't forget, there are always two sides of the story. In the meantime, I just made a tidy profit, not doubled, but still a pretty decent $425. Guys, if you're thinking about doing simultaneous trades in different pairs, a successful deal with pairs having a direct correlation can double your profit or loss. No kidding. If something doesn't quite line up with your forecast, then it's better to think twice and not to risk everything that you have. That is my number one advice to people who are just starting in trading. Hardly any newbie traders use this concept of currency pair correlation in their game plan. I think this is because they don't even know about it, or maybe they just can't be bothered to dig into this stuff and learn a little bit more information about that. But meanwhile, pro traders tend to flex this strategy more. There are a ton of ways to play the correlation card in the Forex market. You gotta know how to piece together your own trading system, one that will snugly fit the market vibes you're currently trading in. There is this strategy which plays on the fact that there is a lag between price changes of one asset and its correlated body. Speaking of playing, I've just gone short. The charts made a gnarly move to punch through the price ceiling or floor, more like it. The indicators are nudging to us that a bearish trend got to the upper hand. As you see, the new level is conquered. The chart is on a downhill ride. Let's keep rolling. To ride this price lag strategy, you've got to first find a currency pair that's got a solid correlation. You chill till the correlation slacks off a bit. Then you go short on the strong row and go long on the softy. Next, you lie in wait for that sweet spot when the correlation bounces back. The indicators are nudging to us that a bearish trend has got the upper hand. There is another way to play this game called arbitrage correlation strategy. It's all about two currency pairs that share a common dough. We've just boxed up another trade. Scored a cool $425 in profit. Back to the topic of currency pairs that share a common money score. You gotta pick them in a way that in one pair, the common money score is playing the top roll, and in the other one, it's playing backup. Folks, gotta park our chit chat for a sec. I need to scout out a new resistance level, but it's playing hide and seek on this 1 minute chart. My god. So I've swapped over to the hourly chart. Gonna tweak our line here, the one showing this level. Okay, nice. Back to the 1 minute chart. So the US dollar, let's say, is the common money score. Well, the correlation between the pairs isn't the negative. If dollar's the sidekick currency for one pair and the main hero for the other one. I'm going in for another round, right in the uptrend. Both signals are hinting at the more than likely price hike, and the chart's bouncing off the resistance level we located earlier. I hope for the best. Okay, back to correlation. On an hourly chart, you can see how one pair's quote is trailing the other one's footprints. But it's gonna do the hokey pokey and turn itself around when it hits your charts. On the hourly timeline, the dance of the pairs is too matchy-matchy. On the smaller slices, there might be a hiccup of just one or two candles. It's crucial to keep both eyes on both assets, and if you see the sidekick currency responding brighter and better, lay low from diving. Also got keep tabs on the ebb and flow of each asset in relation to the other. Because guess what? The sidekick pair can turn on. Always remember, even the tightest of handshakes break over time. What's playing best is this month might not work out on the next month. Peeps, our last dance also flipped a profit, and our grand takeaway is $2,140 for today. Want the same? Then don't forget to follow me on my Telegram channel, where I usually drop daily signals and share my strategies that will help you become a pro trader with me. Also, if you send me a message on my private Telegram account, I will share a 50% bonus to your deposit on Pocket Option. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up so that we stay connected and you don't miss on my new videos. Hope you like the information that I shared today, and I wish you good trading. See you soon!